There are some places in a house or a street or even a schoolyard that feel perfectly ordinary until for one brief moment they are not. A wall you have passed 100 times suddenly has a door in it. A child sitting alone hears something answer from inside a drum. A dream ends, but the voice from it follows you into the waking dark. And in the corner of a room, beneath the pale glow of a television, something sits watching with eyes that do not belong to anything living. Tonight's stories are about those moments when reality seems to slip, not loudly or dramatically, just enough for someone to stop, stare, and wonder whether the world has always been this strange, or whether, for a few seconds, they saw something they were never meant to see.
Hey, take a breath. You've been moving all day. Scrolling, answering, planning. But for the next few seconds, you get quiet. Now imagine warm light. A place where your shoulders finally drop and you feel like a kid again. Never lose that feeling. Never lose your splash. Visit Lauderdale.
From small towns to big cities, Comcast is connecting millions of Americans to affordable, reliable, and secure Wi-Fi at prices that are clear and consistent with the new 5-year price guarantee. Backed by AI innovation, resilient design, and cybersecurity technology, the Comcast network is built to keep families and businesses connected and their data safe. Learn more about how Comcast is investing in a more connected America at ComcastCorporation.com/investment.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Bring on the off-road. Bring home a new Honda. With a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. Conquer trails and back roads in cars built for exploring. With the rugged Honda Pilot, Ridgeline, CR-V, and Passport, the road might stop, but you're not done. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
I'm Livy Dunn, All-American gymnast and Viore athlete. When you travel and train as much as I do, you find happiness where you are. On the mat or on the sand, movement and comfort are essential. That's why I live in Performance Joggers by Viore. Made from DreamKnit fabric that's made of 89% recycled materials, effortlessly soft and made to move as much as I do. My happiness starts here, in the softest joggers on the planet. Get 20% off your first purchase at Viore.com/Livy. That's VUORI.com/LIVVY. Exclusions apply. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to Viore.com/Livy and discover the full versatility of Viore clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and welcome to the Whispering Woods Reddit and Listener Story episode. I've got 4 spooky Reddit stories to share today, and I'll get straight into them. Are you ready for the first story? Mystery Door. And this story is from Sans Nom User. Thanks so much for letting us share it. I've had a few glitches in my life, but most are probably just poor memory or simple coincidence. One in particular has stuck with me and my wife for years. It was nice to be with a witness because it eliminates second guessing. About 7 years ago, we were living in a typical suburban neighbourhood with typical sidewalks, schools and parks. We walked our dog every night after dark and enjoyed multiple routes through the neighbourhoods. One route included a middle school, and we would walk behind and around the athletic fields. One night, walking around the school grounds, we both noticed a strange small door in the brick wall on the back of the school. The door was small, like 3 to 4 foot tall and 3 foot wide. No windows or anything. Just a plain, basic door, just small. The brick wall was large, close to 20 foot tall and over 100 foot long. There are 2 sets of regular doors on either end, but nothing but brick in between. No windows. The indoor school gym is on the other side. The small door was halfway between the regular entry/exit doors. It looked so out of place. We'd walked past this part of the school dozens of times. Neither of us remembered a small door, and that's why we both kept talking about it. I guess some stuff like a utility door for equipment and stuff like that. And wife mentioned storage closet. We were about 75 foot away as we walked by, and we both kept staring at it. It just seemed so strange being there, and its size didn't make sense. Neither of us walked up to it or anything like that, but I wish we did. We just walked by, looking and talking about it. The back of the school was well lit, so it was plain as day, a small door in a brick wall. 3 to 4 nights later, we did the same route. I brought up the door and said I'm going to check it out up close this time. When we got to the back of the school, we both stopped dead in our tracks. There was no little door, just a brick wall. It was kind of jarring, honestly. It was weird seeing the door that neither of us remembered. It was much stranger expecting it to be there and nothing. We both walked to the brick wall and started looking for any signs of the doorway being recently bricked in. No, just old brick and mortar from the same vintage. Nothing disturbed or different along the whole face of the wall. It was the strangest damn thing. The only logical thing we can think of was someone laid a small door against the brick wall. But it just doesn't make sense. It didn't look like that. It looked framed into the wall, and we weren't far away from it when we saw it. A leaning door would have been obvious. During the following years, there was always a level of nerves taking that route. We always expected a little door to show up again, but it didn't. Just a brick wall. It's not much, this story, but it is freaky, and I'm really glad that they didn't go up to the door, because I just have a feeling that they might have been missing persons after that, and never to be seen again. Are you ready for the second story? Scariest thing that ever happened to me. And this story is from King Mac 24. Thank you so much for letting us share it. I got a good one for you guys. It's a long read, just a heads up. This story messed me up. I was about 10 or 11 when this happened. My mum and my brothers and I lived in a tribal housing house, Rabbit Ridge, located in Kashina, Wisconsin. They all went to my gram's for the evening and asked if I wanted to come. I wanted to stay home, so I was by myself. I ended up hearing this tapping noise for like 5 minutes and couldn't figure out where it was coming from. My mum had this drum set in the corner of our living room. I specifically remember watching American Dad and turning it down and determined it was coming from the drum set. I went and checked to see if maybe a mouse or something got stuck in one of the drums. I ended up seeing the top of one of the drums ripple after I heard the tapping noise, but I didn't see anything in the drum. I kind of got scared, but more intrigued. I saw and heard the drum hit again, so I hit it myself a little harder. And the thing, whatever it was, hit it back just as hard. I did this like 5 more times and it was responding. I wanted to continue to do this, but it deep down started to really freak me out. I did it 1 more time and got no response. I did it again and still no response. All of a sudden, from the back of my hallway, I heard something sprinting down the hallway right at me. All I thought to do was cover up and plug my ears. I then uncovered my ears and didn't see anything, but could feel something evil watching me. I remember sweating so bad, I could feel what felt like each droplet on my head and back. I called my grandpa, panicked, and had him come and get me. Anyhow, some 20 years later, 6 months ago, my uncle called me and was really freaked out. He said he had this horrible dream where he was back at the old house in Rabbit Ridge at night time. He said he could hear his mum, my grandma, screaming from inside the house. He said he went in and my grandma went running out and said there was something in the back room. He said he went to go see what it was and went to the back room. He said the house was the same setup as when we were kids, when I was living there. He said he saw this man sitting on the bed, looking back at him with an inhumanly big smile. Aaron, my uncle, asked him who he was, and he stated, "Don't you remember me?" Aaron said, "No, who are you?" He said, "I'm the man that was messing with your nephew all them years ago on the drum set." Aaron said his heart dropped and he got super freaked out, and the man jumped out the window. Now, I don't know what to think, but I do believe those two things are connected. Aaron showed me a picture of what the guy stroke thing looked like. I want to post it on here somewhere. Find out super odd that 20 years have passed and we have our own families now. This story stroke memory still sends chills down my spine. I always imagine, when I think of this, smiling man is the old smiling dancing man. You know, we did an episode, one of our really early episodes. And that smiling man, still to this day, the one he dances around the lamppost and stuff, he really gives me the heebie-jeebies. And so whenever I think of a smiling man, that's what I think of. Are you ready for the third story? I genuinely don't know what to make of what happened last night. And this story is from Invenom Mate. Thanks so much for letting us share it. A weird, unexplainable thing happened to me last night. And honestly, I was debating whether I should even post this here or not. But screw it. Last night, I was sleeping on my rooftop. which is something I've always done during the summer. It's kind of a childhood habit for me. I've been doing it for years, and nothing remotely like this has ever happened before. At around 1 or 2 a.m, I'm not exactly sure because I didn't have my phone with me, I briefly woke up and looked at the sky to estimate how close it was to dawn. After that, I drifted back to sleep and had a dream. In the dream, I was sitting at my PC, stressed out, doing what the heck, frustrated because the milk I had been getting for the past few days seemed adulterated. I had already decided that I was going to confront the milkman and possibly stop buying milk from him altogether. As I was waiting, I heard something climbing the stairs towards my room. I assumed it was the milkman. But when I looked, it wasn't the guy I expected. The person coming up the stairs was our old milkman, the one who died about a year ago. He died by suicide. He'd been our milkman for around 12 years. As he climbed the stairs, he kept looking directly at me, with this strange smirk on his face, almost as if he was the one about to confront me. I remember feeling completely shocked. Then he climbed the final step, still smirking, carrying the milk in his hands. And suddenly, I woke up. I looked around, checked the sky, and felt relieved that it was just a dream. But here's the part that really unsettled me. As I was drifting back to sleep, I suddenly heard a very high-pitched female voice say, "Ruku, stop." I genuinely don't know how to explain this. I was completely alone on the rooftop. There was nobody around me. So where did that voice come from? And why right after that dream? I wondered if the screaming "stop" was actually like a guardian angel, stopping the milkman from coming through and attacking while the person is sleeping on the roof. Something like that would make sense to me. Or something a bit Freddy Krueger, where they're pulling it through from their dream. Are you ready for the fourth and final story? In my family, my encounter is known as cat's eyes. And this is from Dirty Dan 209. Thanks so much for letting us share it. My family has our fair share of unexplainable encounters, from sightings, noises, objects being moved or altered, children in the family telling stories with details they couldn't possibly know. The list goes on. Cat's eyes is the name we gave the encounter I experienced. About 20 years ago, I was around 8 or 9 years old. My family and I, 2 parents and 2 younger siblings, lived in a 3-bedroom house with 2 living rooms. We called the second living room a family room. The design of the house was almost like a T-shape, and the base of the T off-centre. Once you walked into the front door, you entered the living room. From the doorway, you can see straight down the hallway leading to all 3 bedrooms. As you walk towards the hallway, about 10 feet or so, you enter the kitchen on the left, which then leads to the family room. From the first living room, you can see the kitchen and the family room. At this point in time, we didn't use the family room as much for lounging. We had a cloth rocking chair and maybe a chair or 2 left in there from the kitchen. The encounter night, I was sleeping in the living room on the couch with my younger brother. Just a normal night, falling asleep to some cartoons. We fall asleep. In the middle of the night, I wake up and want a midnight drink of milk. As 99% of the time, as a kid, I would wake up and get a drink of milk and then fall back asleep. I open my eyes, laying on my right side facing the TV in the living room. The TV is the only light in the house at this hour. I sit up. I look to my right, where the kitchen is, about 8 feet away. I see the fridge. I could also see into the family room, just past the kitchen. What I saw, I still think about to this day. Our cloth rocking chair was in the middle of the family room, facing to the right from my perspective. Sitting in the chair, sideways, with the right side of her body leaning against the back of the chair, looking at me, there was a child, around 11 years old, in a black old-style school uniform, with the long white socks and black shoes. Her skin was pale and gave this aura of light that lit her up, and the chair she was sitting on, but nothing else. Her hair, white/silver, with bangs, that came down similar to a bowl cut. Her mouth slightly open, as if you have a stuffy nose and need to breathe out of your mouth. Her eyes, they are what give this encounter the name. They were bigger than average human eyes, but not so big it's cartoonish. They were not human eyes. They were large, yellowish-green, cat-like eyes. The pupils were black on both eyes and went vertical. We looked at each other, her not moving. To this day, I don't know why I did what I did next. It must have been a comfort thing in a time of stress. I got up from the couch and slowly walked towards the fridge for a drink of milk, which is also walking towards this girl. After I took my first steps towards the fridge, I noticed more figures along with some audio. Behind the girl, off to the left, I could see 2 blue, see-through, younger children passing a ball between them, and a 3rd blue, see-through child to the right, by herself, jumping rope. All 3 kids faded out from the knee down. All I could hear were the sounds of a playground, as if it was a playground full of kids. I continued towards the fridge, hugging the wall and inching my way, cat eyes staring at me, not moving. The 3 kids playing and the playground noise still going. I make it to the fridge, which is out of sight to the family room where all this activity was. The second I open the fridge door, the playground sound stops. My vision seems to be more clear, but that could be due to the fridge light. I drink my milk as I convince myself I'm still half asleep and hallucinating. I put the milk back. The second the fridge door closes, the playground sounds come back louder. I peek around the corner into the family room. Cat eyes and the 3 children are still there. She's staring at me with no movement, while the kids continue to play behind her. I walk backwards towards the couch I was sleeping on, never taking my eyes off her. I make it to the couch and curl up under the covers to hide and go back to sleep so it will all be over. I eventually fall back to sleep with nothing else happening that night. I don't remember how long it took me to tell my family what I saw. Eventually, I started telling everyone what I saw that night, and the name Cat Eyes stuck, and still gets brought up to this day, and now I get to share it with you. Thanks for reading.
From small towns to big cities, Comcast is connecting millions of Americans to affordable, reliable, and secure Wi-Fi at prices that are clear and consistent with the new 5-year price guarantee. Backed by AI innovation, resilient design, and cybersecurity technology, the Comcast network is built to keep families and businesses connected and their data safe. Learn more about how Comcast is investing in a more connected America at ComcastCorporation.com/investment.
Bring on the off-road. Bring home a new Honda. With a great deal on your favorite Honda vehicles. Conquer trails and back roads in cars built for exploring. With the rugged Honda Pilot, Ridgeline, CR-V, and Passport, the road might stop, but you're not done. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
Not gonna lie, this one did really freak me out. The little girl sat there, the kids playing, the singing, all of it really scared me. Well, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you again on Sunday. Take care, everyone.
LinkedIn's AI-powered job search can help you find the most relevant roles based on your goals and experience. It cannot help you find something to talk about in the elevator.
So, ride any dragons this weekend?
It can help you find your next job just by describing it in your own words. It cannot stop your coworker from describing their dreams.
So I was flying, right?
And while we can't help you advance in the office foosball tournament, LinkedIn can help you advance in your career. LinkedIn is the network that works for you.
Campus life is full of compromises. Tiny dorms, zero closet space. But with HomeSense, you can overpack stylish bedding, storage, and decor without overspending. HomeSense, the home of no compromise. Part of the HomeGoods family.
Comcast is delivering extraordinary experiences in live sports through the incredible broadcast and storytelling from NBC. Innovative and personalized viewing features on Xfinity and Peacock, and the country's most reliable Wi-Fi. Viewers can enjoy every game-changing play faster and more seamlessly than ever. All on a network built to deliver unforgettable moments as close to live as possible. The ultimate experience for the American sports fan. Learn more at ComcastCorporation.com/sports.
The stories told on the Whispering Woods are inspired by historical records, witness reports, and local folklore. While every effort is made to research and represent events accurately, some details, names, and locations may differ from official accounts or have been changed out of respect for those involved. These episodes are created for storytelling and entertainment purposes and should not be considered definitive fact or investigative journalism.